Joining me now, three of the best political analysts in the country and all contributors to this broadcast. Here in New York, Democratic strategist Hank Sheinkopf, syndicated columnist Miguel Perez, and in Washington, D.C., Washington Times columnist Diana West. Tuesday in North Carolina and Indiana. We've seen a real closing here, Miguel. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, Jesus, I wish I had a crystal ball. I really think that, it's Obama still to lose. I think that, Hillary may be picking up in the polls a little bit. Hillary Clinton may be picking up in the polls. But he's gaining on delegates. And in spite of all the turmoil regarding his reverend and all of that, Reverend Wright, he's still gaining in so what really counts, which is the delegates.
So you think he'll win in North Carolina and Indiana?
I don't know about Indiana.
Okay. Thanks, Sheinkopf.
Tightened up in North Carolina, no question about it. Tightened up in Indiana. Hillary Clinton should do well among the people she needs to do well. Anything can happen in North Carolina because of the Reverend Wright controversy, but I have to side with Miguel on this one. He's still got the delegates. She's got momentum. She's also got something important. People forget campaigns count. People should ever say that Hillary Clinton wasn't a fighter. Well, in fact, she is, and she's proven it.
Well, has she ever? Diana West, your thoughts?
Well, yes, I agree with everyone on the panel today. I would only add that I hope that Senator Obama does not allow Hillary Clinton to really drive a wedge between him and the superdelegates on the character issue. It just astonishes me that now we are supposed to think that she is the squeaky clean, sterling character, and he is the questionable character for being a politician who says what he needs to say when he needs to say it, as we've seen with Reverend Wright. No one has brought up any of the questionable aspects of Senator Clinton's past, including, for example, when she says she will stand up to OPEC countries, as she did this week. No one brings up the fact that her husband, Bill, has practically been a ward of the state of Dubai in his post-presidential afterlife. I mean, these are nonsensical things, including all the fundraising shenanigans we went through.
This is partisan gobbledygook. Let's put it in context.
I don't think so, Hank.
I think they're two different people. There's one named Bill and there's one named Hill. Because he does that doesn't mean she's doing it. She's running for president of the United States. He ain't. And to bring up stuff that's not proven, i.e., next we're going to hear about Whitewater and who knows what else. This is nonsense.
Are those? Do you happen to know? Do they have a joint checking account?
I would hope that they don't, to tell you the truth.
But how do you tell?
I was hoping they would.
Nope, there you go.
Go ahead, Don.
How do you explain? Well, I was just going to say, in terms of something very serious, China. She's also said she will talk tough with China. Throughout the period of her husband's 2 terms, we had all kinds of shenanigans going on with the pursuit of campaign funds for the Clinton coffers, and a tremendous outflow of military knowledge and expertise, authorized and unauthorized,
we can go back to Nixon
China.
if you'd like. I mean, I can go to Nixon, I can go to Reagan, I can go to the stealing of the government,
go ahead, Miguel.
The treasonous behavior of Oliver North.
I agree with Diana to a certain extent, because I think that, when you compare the record of Obama and the record of Clinton, I think Obama now is getting all the negative press where, we suddenly forgot about the sniper fire. And I think that's even more serious than the situation that Obama has with the minister.
Whoa. You think it's more serious than the problem he has with the minister?
Yeah. It came from her, and she was outright lying. And it came from her. It came out of her mouth. The minister's mouth is not Obama's.
How about the antipathy toward people who don't look like you? The Pennsylvania really insults to working men and women there by Senator Obama.
Terrible on his part. But at the same time, I think the sniper fire is the most serious. The most serious of all is what we're
certainly the weirdest. I was about to say it's the weirdest. I'm not even sure I can say it's the weirdest, but it's all pretty weird. We're going to be back to think about the wonderful choices we have for president, brought to you by the Democratic and Republican political parties and special interest groups taking to the street, pushing their agendas. Amongst those agendas, amnesty for illegal aliens. I'll be talking with the leader of one of those groups here next. Stay with us.
Tuesday night on CNN. The critical Indiana and North Carolina primaries. The night that could change the face of this race. Live.
Mundo Latino, when you want to experience the best in Spanish cuisine. Mundo Latino, the finest seafood, chicken, and meats expertly prepared to tantalize your taste buds. Mundo Latino, offering exciting specials every day. Mundo Latino, perfect for a romantic dinner for 2 or a night out with the family. Mundo Latino, dedicated to bringing you the best in Spanish cuisine. Mundo Latino, 8619 Bergen Line Avenue, North Bergen.
Presenting Blue from American Express. The card with no annual fee and an introductory rate of 0% for up to 15 months with a low APR after. Call 1-800-600-BLUE or visit us online to get yours. You can pay over time, which makes this card remarkably flexible. It has a free rewards program with so many choices, it'll make your head spin. Plus, it has a fraud detection system which gives you extra security when you shop. All this with an introductory rate of 0% for up to 15 months and a low APR after. Call 1-800-600-BLUE or visit us online to apply. Blue from American Express.
You'll love shopping and dining in Union City. Explore Bergen Line Avenue and discover Summit Avenue. Union City features a wide variety of friendly merchants and shopping with a great selection of products and services. You'll find plenty of parking and save with only 3.5% sales tax. Union City also has a diverse mix of restaurants to choose from. Something for every taste. Shop Bergen Line, shop Summit, shop Union City. Remember to get something special for Mom. Shop Union City for Mother's Day.
Joy Behar on Larry King Live. CNN Tonight, 9 Eastern.
We're back with Hank Scheinkampf, Miguel Perez, Diana West. This government of ours isn't working on a host of levels. Do you think there's any chance in the world that any one of these three candidates, Diana West, can actually do something to change the direction of this badly battered and dysfunctional government?
Honestly?
Honestly, no partisan nonsense. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, so what are we doing here? I mean, seriously.
What are we? I really don't know. This is a terrible, terrible time because there are so many pressing problems, and we are not seeing anything that really resembles real, quote, vision from any of our three choices. And so it really is we're all in a terrible bind, and I guess we're trying to talk our way out of it.
What do you think, Hank?
Whoever is the president will have to do what successful presidents generally do, which is break with the past, create a new path, and fight with Congress about it within reason to get certain things done. My view about the historical trend is that the next president will be a transitional figure as this country comes to some kind of economic decision about who it is and what it's going to do and what it's going to produce in the future.
A one-term president?
Does that mean a one-term? Yes.
Maybe a one-term president. The political trends are so extraordinary. Sectionalism is changing. The things that have made American politics work are changing dramatically. And I think that this is a very, very transcendent moment. We will have a critical election, and it will be generationally based, and it will work itself out over time.
Which candidate does that favor?
It certainly would favor Obama. There has never been a president born in the 1930s in this country's history. McCain would be the last. Simply, God tends to intervene in such matters, and he'd be the last if he to be elected. The Republicans have the Republican president has the worst polling numbers since modern polling has been done. Very hard to see him in the White House with that.
Yeah.
I could care less about which one of these two Democrats finally gets it at this point. I'm just tired of the whole primary race, really, and a lot of the American people are. I can't wait to get to the general election when we'll really have major contrast between whoever it is on the Democratic side and the Republican, and then we'll really have an exciting debate. I think, unfortunately, the primaries is a long marathon, and then we have 10 weeks. It's a 50-yard dash for the general election. We're not going to have enough time, if we don't get this over with, the primary, to really have McCain debating whoever it is on the Democratic side, and we need that. We need those debates between the two parties.
We need the debates between the two parties, but we had those debates in 2004. We had them in 2000. We've had them through the 90s, and I'm trying to remember the part where we did well in those debates, where we actually had a difference of view between the two parties. In point of fact, as I say quite often here, as you all know, these two parties are the opposite wings of the same bird. They have not differentiated themselves. They have certainly failed to represent the rule of the majority, which means we have a failing democracy. What do you think?
I think that's exactly true. And part of what's going on here and why this has occurred is about transnational corporations. It's about money in politics. It's about the need for money and the fact that money has no party identification. It is just that simple. And so long as we fund campaigns the way that we do, we will continue to have these problems.
Is there this sense, Diana, that people are simply taking what they can from a very bad situation? Go ahead, we have all of these horrible issues that have been perpetuated by Washington, D.C., rather than resolved, but that's fine as long as I get mine. Is that sort of the attitude you perceive?
Yes, and I think there's something else maybe that we haven't talked about yet that I think is playing a huge role in politics and everything really, and that is the role of emotionalism. I think many of these politicians are fueled and inspired and driven by emotionalism in terms of pandering, and I think the American people have become much more easy marks for the sort of gimme, what's the government going to give me? And you see this, for example, playing out with the gasoline tax vacation. That is one of the silliest notions that is actually going to address any problem in terms of our oil supply, our gas refinery capacity, our own energy independence.
Let me put this out there for you. Not only do we have a discussion about the tax holidays, gasoline tax holidays, we have the discussions of national health security proposals, one more private base, one more government base. The reality is, and no one in the national media seems to want to discuss it, is we can't afford any one of these three candidates' health care proposals. Right, Miguel?
Right.
Absolutely, and that's the problem. The problem is that you have all these candidates making all kinds of promises about all these expenses, and where's that going to come from? Our pocket.
Right.
Taxes.
You get the last word, Hank.
Co-opt them all is the creed of the politician. Otherwise, the system collapses. There is no real policy decision. There is small tinctures of something that amount to not much.
And you have, folks, the three of you just really built up my spirits for election 2008. Thank you very much, Diana West. Thanks, Hank Sean Kopp. Miguel Perez, thank you.